Hello, in this video demonstration you're going to learn how we can render a tester bed. This is a canopied and enclosed bed from 17th century. So I have just the basic shape drawn here, and I am going to continue working on it to get the main shapes drawn, and then once I am done I will go ahead and render it using some color. So first I'll add more detail as needed to just get everything completed. I have a panel and I'd like to divide it in sections like this, and then I'll add some thickness to those panels. Then I'd like to create some design here, or draw some design here that would have to be copied on all the visible posts. The last one would not be visible, so I don't have to worry about that one. So I'll do something like that, and then I'll do a straight line coming down until I have, it's very important that I have all these lined up properly until I get straight lines. So this is cylindrical, and then from here down it would be straight lines. I'll add some thickness to the leg here, just to indicate that this is cylindrical. I'm gonna do like a curved line like that, and then I have another cylinder on top over here. Alright, so now I'm going to transfer these lines over here. This is straight coming down. This is cylindrical over there, so I get my designs like that. Then I have some carvings that I need to apply to the tester, the full canopy. So what I'm going to do is divide it in quadrants, a total of 8. And I'll do the same thing on the side here, from bigger to smaller, right? As we get deeper into the drawing, these quadrants would be smaller. Let's now mark with a thicker outline the edge, the outer edge of my bed. Now this looks a little lonely, so what I'm going to do is just erase those lines there and add a large pillow with some wrinkles on it so that it looks like the bed is actually being used. So I'll do some lines like that, then a straight line coming down like this. Alright, so I'm liking what I see now. Something around those lines. I'm going to now complete the extra post, and I'll barely see it over there. Over here I need to continue adding designs. So this is I have some carvings here. And instead of drawing the whole thing, I'll start just suggesting what could be added there. Same thing here. Instead of drawing the whole thing, I'll start just suggesting what would be carved in these panels here. Alright, something along those lines, and then I can go later and add diamond shapes in between these arches if I want to, and whatever else. Alright, so we got it. We have some line work that we like. Now let's work slightly with my line weights just to emphasize the outline, to separate it from the background. Something like that. Let's add some lines on the floor so that the bed looks like it's resting on solid ground. And now we should start adding some color. Alright, always test your markers on the side, and then we would just work with straight lines down to create some color notion. I always like to work with lighter marker tones. I don't want to get very dark tones because I want to see my black lines. Alright, so I work lightly. First we work with parallel strokes vertically just to cover the whole thing, to separate again my materials. What's wood from what's fabric. And then we can add a second tone, second pass with the same marker to separate front from side. And that's exactly what we're doing now. You see the color is a little bit darker now. Alright, so we got something like this. And now if we wish, we can now add color to the bed. If this would be all in red, we can work again with parallel strokes with markers. And the same way that we did for the other one, for the brown tones, we can add red on the edges to darken the tones slightly. And now we can pick, I just picked a more of a pink marker and added slightly darker tones for the pillow. And now I will go back to my brown and add more lines over here. And from here now we can add more detail to my carvings as needed. And you see the headboard over there. What I'm going to do is do a diagonal line and darken just what falls above that diagonal line to make the bed look more three-dimensional. Alright, so we'll do some lines like this. We can also add extra lines on the floor. If we want to add detail here to kind of correspond with the detail that we have on the top, we can certainly do that. Some lines coming down. And that would be roughly what we would have to do to render this. If we are not fully satisfied, we can go back to the black pen and work one more time my black lines, but this time kind of in more detail.